Kemar Roach get us underway around the wicket. So 2009, Kemar Roach played for the West Indies.
Nicely played from Harris off his pads, and that'll be a boundary. Beautiful shot from Marcus Harris.
That they will have to make is, that's beautiful from Renshaw down the ground. He's going to pick up a few, but I think he's going to run into the fence for 4. It's not proving to be successful against the Warners and these guys. Then you got to go back to the discipline. So yes, we want to see aggression, but it could be timed aggression.
Yes. Beautiful shot from Marcus Harris, punched off the back foot, and that's that aggression you're talking about.
That's a good one. Taking a tick outside edge and bringing up a boundary for Harris, but not convincing.
I'm facing, and I'm a left-hander who's coming around the wicket and generally coming back in. I'm pretty happy as Marcus Harris punches this one beautifully down the ground. Slightly over-pitched. Good balance from Marcus Harris. And nicely played off his pads, Renshaw. And that'll be a boundary. Beautifully timed off his pads. Just a touch too straight there from Seals.
And they have to find a way to, well, they would have to find a way. Driven by Harris. Out to the boundary, and that's 4. Fuller from Reefer and played through the leg side nicely by Matthew Renshaw. Timed that beautifully.
Stephen Smith's going to bat 4.
That was full from Chase. Too full.
Yeah, way too full.
Short and wide and played away by Harris through the offside. As no one out there.
Loz.
Slashed at by Harris. And he gets it away for another boundary.
A group of Australian batsmen that wants to impress, so we expect a serious fight.
Lovely from Renshaw through the leg side there. Gets another boundary. Sorry, Brian. It's the end of the over. None for 70. He's going left arm over the wicket. And driven down the ground really nicely from Harris. That's a very nice looking shot. Handsomely played down the ground for 4.
Yeah, beautiful. And you just got to keep it tight. And the likes of, that's another pitched up delivery. Driven beautifully down the ground by Harris for 4. You know, hit the deck on a good length.
Edged and through the slips. That was streaky from Harris. He gets a boundary and moves to 48. Played through the offside by Harris really nicely. Timed that beautifully, and he'll get a boundary.
Pulled away nicely from Renshaw. It's hit the gap too, and that'll be the first boundary after the tea break. It's just a little bit too short, and this pitch looks quite true. Ankle's not too bad. Oh, hit hard down the ground from Renshaw. That'll be a boundary. Slightly over-pitched again from Roston Chase, and it's a beautiful shot from Renshaw. Oh, down the leg side, clipped beautifully over. Square leg for a boundary. Just got too straight on that occasion. Nice placement from Renshaw. He's picked the gap beautifully. That'll be a boundary. Wow, that is a lovely shot. To be able to thread the needle through that tight gap between short cover and mid-off. That cut this time beats the backward point, and that'll be another boundary. Quality batting from Marcus Harris. He goes into the 70s.
And Jaden Seals.
Edged and taken. It's Kyle Mayers at first slip who juggles the catch, and that's the end of Marcus Harris, who departs for 73. That's Fuller from Roach on leg stump and dispatched by Renshaw through the gap in the leg side for 4.
The experience, all the guys with a little bit of experience in.
Short and hit nicely by Hunt through the leg side. Was not troubled by that short ball from Seals. It's a nice bit of bowling. That's Fuller and driven by Renshaw. And he picks the gap quite beautifully through the offside. Short and pulled away by Hunt. There is a fielder out there, but they're not going to get there. So another boundary. And gone. Flirting outside the line of the off stump and comfortably taken by Jason Holder. Wide first slip, and Mayers gets his first wicket. Pulled away from Handscomb. He's off the mark.
Should be able to get back for 2. No, they'll get 2 better than that. Misfield down at fine leg.
Short and pulled away by Handscomb through the leg side. Chase is on, but that will go to the boundary for 4. Full and inside edged. That's unlucky for Alzari Joseph. That's a boundary for Pete Handscomb, but nowhere near where he intended it. Back of a length and played nicely. That was a more convincing shot by Handscomb off the back foot, and that's another boundary.
Each player's got a little bit of different technique.
Oh, he's edged it, and that's out. Matt Renshaw goes for 81, just feeling for it outside the off stump. Chase to Handscomb, who hits it handsomely through the offside, and he gets a boundary. Short from Seals and pulled away nicely by Peter Handscomb, who gets a boundary out onto the leg side. He moves to 29. Edged and taken. He's juggled it and claiming the catch. That's a ripper. And Inglis has to go for a duck. But is it a little bit unusual? And there's an opportunity for Handscomb to drive, and he does so very effectively.
Yeah, that's definitely going to be bread and butter for him.
Over pitched, hit down the ground from Hardy, and that'll be a boundary. Got him! That's a beauty from Roston Chase, spinning back through the gate. And the West Indians, they have got that wicket they wanted just before the second new ball. That's a great delivery
as well. Chase gets past the edge of Handscomb's bat, and De Silva takes the bails. Roston Chase tosses that up, and Agar plays it pretty nicely through the offside. In fact, he hit it so well that he beat the sweeper. So a boundary for Ashton Agar, who moves to 10. Nice shot by Agar down the ground. That will be 4. Really nice. Bowled him straight through Michael Nisa. So Joseph takes the second new ball, not Kimar Roach, and he does the job for his captain.
Oh, hammered by Ashton Agar. That is a cracking shot. Don't have to run for that. It was a bit short and a bit wide. Oh, pulled away from Ashton Agar, well in front of square. That's a beautiful shot once again.
I think you might have got a few in that game too, see?
Oh, pulled again. And that'll be another boundary. I thought for a moment there that deep square leg might be a chance. Oh, he's got him! Beautiful Yorker there from Joseph. Goes right through Joel Paris. That was quick, that was straight. Very well in the longer format. Got him! Chopped on, and Joseph gets another one. And I'd say that might be stumps. That's a good return for Azari Joseph. Couple of late wickets for him. He's worked hard today.